Da-doom, doom, 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 da-doom. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Jersey to Vegas podcast. This is Pete, episode number 67. I changed it back. I don't know. Alone in my head kind of didn't like... You know when you make a decision and like you give it a chance, and then after a while it's like, that wasn't really a great decision, or it just doesn't sound right. Like it doesn't roll off my tongue the way I think it should, like alone in my head. I feel like I should read poetry. Maybe if I started a poetry podcast, I would call it that. But this one, Jersey to Vegas kind of makes more sense to me. When I say it, it just kind of rolls off better, right? Like Jersey to Vegas, it kind of has a thing to it, right? You let me know, obviously. But alone in my head just kind of made me, I don't know. I kind of didn't feel it. I kind of didn't feel it. So back to it. Who gives a shit? Who cares, right? And that's what I'm really going to talk about today. But before we go into it, it is Suicide Awareness Month. So guys, if it's you, man, like you're feeling shitty or you don't know what to do, like reach out and talk to somebody before it gets bad. Like, there's not a reason for you to wait till the last minute like I did and kind of ignore the fact that I could try to keep control of myself, and then I lost my control of myself. And not only me, but another person I've been talking to and helping with, not going to say, just not having a good time, and thank you for reaching out, and thank you for allowing me to help you through whatever it is you're going through, at least guiding you into the way, into the, I don't want to say the right way, but like a way that's going to help you. This person just stressed out, tired, doesn't understand, like, I guess what the purpose is anymore or what's going on in life, and really just losing themselves, and I know there's other people out there that are listening to this that feel the same way. They feel lost. They feel like they don't belong places, that they would rather seclude themselves and stay inside or stay busy, right? Some people either hibernate and some people get really busy in order to cope with the harsh feelings they have inside, because anything feels better than feeling alone, right? Anything feels better. And that's why people do drugs and they drink a lot. That's our whole society, right? We cope with alcohol, cope with marijuana. We cope with a lot of drugs in order to working out. We cope with working out. We cope with food, right? We cope with gambling. There's a lot of things that we cope with that end up, I guess you could say, beating us up at the end, right? So we're trying to live our healthiest lives. We're trying to live with a healthy mindset. Let's make sure that if you are not feeling well mentally, physically, go seek help. Find someone, something to talk to, and find a direction that you know best. Most of us know what to do. We're just very, very, very ignorant to not do anything. And that's kind of a thing, because we're very strong. A lot of people in this world are strong. They believe they don't need help, self-included. They don't believe that anyone can help them or understand them. It's a false thought. There are people there that can help you. There are people there that do want to help. And there are people there that are willing to help you out of whatever struggle or trouble that you're going through. And on the flip side, if there's someone that you know that's just different these days, or quieter these days, or doing more things, busier these days, right? But you just know they're not the same, that they don't feel good. Find out how you can help them. And if you can't, if it's one of those things where proximity is biased, where like you're too close to that person to say something because it ends up being a fight, then find another way. Find another person that can help them. Find another friend that they might listen to. We all know that they have a friend they'll listen to versus you. There's proximity bias. If people don't know what that means, that's like a Joe Montana. All right, let's be more current. That's like Tom Brady. I don't even know if he has kids. I don't think so. That's Tom Brady has a kid, and he tries to teach him how to be a quarterback. Usually, that kid is not going to learn well, or going to choose not to learn because that's his father. Right, and it's a hard bias. Whereas Tom Brady, the best quarterback in the world, right, ever in history, needs someone else to teach his kid how to become a quarterback because of proximity bias. So it's just hard to connect, hard to talk to without a fight or an argument or someone just shutting down. So if you have that in your life, then, you know, maybe find someone else for that person or suggest, you know, in a way that's not going to affect them or burn them or aggravate them, because that can also happen. It's a very fine line, but let's get into it. So the word I wrote down for this was pressure to please. Pressure to please. And that's like exactly what I was doing with the podcast, right? And a lot of things that I do. The pressure to please makes us not perform. I'm not trying to put all the P's into this whole thing, okay? There's a beep going on. I think it's my air fryer. I'll turn it off during break. So if you hear that beep, it's driving me fucking crazy, by the way. I'm going to sidekick it, but my arms are 2 feet long, so I can't reach it. My arm's only 2 feet, so I can't get over there. Even if it was 3 feet away, I still can't reach it, right? But the air fryer's over there, and it's beeping. My 2 feet arms can't even touch it. So we're not. I already lost where I was. So pressure to please. Pressure. Oh, pressure to please. Welcome to the Judge Tal Vegas podcast, straight from Chinatown. All right, that's enough. That was racist. That was terrible. That was like a mixture of some Asian. I don't know what it is. Asian kung fu movie, and I think a Dominican. I mixed Bad Bunny with Mr. Miyagi. I think I just did that right now. Fucking there it is again. Okay, anyway, I'm going to ignore it. So, pleasure to please. And I put a lot of pressure to pleasing many people, right? We've known that. And that's my greatest asset and then my greatest fault, right? Pleasure, I can't even say it anymore. Pressure to please. I just asked you, what do you guys think? Sure, your opinion is important, right? Your opinion on what the name of the podcast is or what I should talk about, that's important to me. But for me to constantly try to do things for you as the viewer, as a listener, it's not going to make things generic for me, because that's something that I don't want to talk about, right? Something that I don't want to name. Because now I'm moving into the direction that's not unique to my unique ability, right? And that's what I do the best and the worst. I have a lot of pressure to please other people. And you see that in competition, right? And I kind of related to when I was competing. I competed this weekend, and it was awesome. And I'll talk about it in my second podcast, because I'm going to do 2 this week. Two. The second one, we're going to talk about the tournament, Jay, and my family. So that's what we're going to talk about in the next podcast this week, since I missed last week. Again, sorry about that. Busy training. My mindset wasn't there. My brother was here. I had shit to do. And that's another thing. Like, in my head, I was like, I got to do it. I got to get it out. I got to get it out. Make sure the fans know. I got to make sure the listeners know. It's like a schedule. And I'm going to break that schedule. That's when I was like, Pete, shut the fuck up and just do what you have to do. Because if I did the podcast, I'd do it in the closet again, or I do it just to get it out. It would be shit. It wouldn't have anything. I just sit there talking about nothing, trying to be quiet while there's people downstairs. That's why I don't want to put that pressure on myself, right? To produce content, to produce something for you guys. I'm not saying it's your fault, right? No, that's the algorithm's fault. The whole thing with this content is the algorithm. You have to please the platform, right? You have to make sure you do things the way they want it, or else no one's going to see it. Honestly, I don't give a fuck, right? Because no one sees it anyway, except for the ones that count. So if the ones that count are listening, then you guys are the ones that count, and you're listening, and you come back, and I appreciate every bit of it. And, I'm here to please you guys, not here to please the masses. So anyway, in competition, you see it all the time. And when I competed, in your head or in my head, I'm like, okay, I got to take first. I got to do good. I got to do this. I got to make sure. What if someone sees this? What if someone knows about this? What if someone does this? And I got to make sure everyone knows I did a good job. and then you put this external pressure onto yourself. And by that time, you lost. Right? All you're left with is regret. Because you just thought about winning. You thought about other people. You thought about the pictures you're going to put on Instagram. You thought about the videos that are going to come out. You thought about the results someone's going to Google. Instead of thinking about the art, the craft, the fun, the things that you're going to learn. And I catch myself a lot in those moments where I'm in the stands and, the hardest part of a tournament is just waiting, right? Just get me on the mat, get me on the stage, get me on whatever. But that period of time is always the worst because you're inside your head the whole time, right? By yourself. So this is where you're alone in your head. And this is the biggest battle. Trying not to put external pressure on yourself for other people. It's not even for you anymore. It's like, oh, there's people in the crowd. They're coming to watch. My mom, my dad is here. We'll see, I paused. I almost cried real fast. My brother's here. My mother, my friends, my wife. Everyone's here watching me. I got to do good. I got to do the best. That's pressure to please them. Not even for you anymore. When you first signed up to your event, or you signed up for this tournament or your run or your race, you just wanted to do it because you want to challenge yourself. But after that, all it was for the picture. All it was for the video, for the boomerang. You want to be on top of the podium. I get it. We all want to be on top of the podium. But only one person gets to be on top of the podium. Out of how many people that want to be on that podium? Sure, you're going to do your best to do it. And when I find out I do my best? When I take away all that pressure. I take away all of that thought that I better do it for them. I had a great time in this tournament. Sure, of course, in your head, you think about, I want to be on the podium. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a picture up. But I lost. But when I lost, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about how to manage my head and letting go of everything. Instead of being scared and nervous, I use that nervous energy as excitement. That I get to do this, and I'm going to go out there and do the best I can. I went into a category that was way beyond my reach, right? Not even beyond my reach. Let me take that back. So there's white belt, blue belt, purple belt, brown belt. I went to a blue belt category, and I'm a white belt, which means they could have up to 2 years experience. I only have 8 months, right? 9 months now. So I'm still new to this game. These guys still have 24 months. Right? And I was going 2-2 with this guy. And then I got heel hooked. Then he grabbed my ankle, and I was like, whoa, what's this move? I don't even know. I've seen the move. I've personally never been in it because I didn't train that way. So I was like, hey, shit, I'm in trouble. And I laughed. We'll talk about this next time, but I didn't lose because I was hurt. I didn't lose because I was tired. I lost because I wasn't educated enough. I didn't have that much experience. So I'll take it. I'll take it to be able to roll and, work my wrestling. It was cool. It was fun. But the pressure, I didn't place on myself. I didn't put that external pressure on myself as we all do. So next time you sign up for something or you're going to do an event or I don't know, anything. The thoughts are going to come where you're going to want to please everyone in the stands. You're going to want to please your friends in a post. And it's funny, right? You don't see people post their losses on Instagram, right? They only post their wins, right? They always post I lost or I won. But no one ever posts their losses. Last time I lost, I took second. I posted it because it's just as important as taking first, right? It shows you're not the best. You're not perfect. As much as you want to be, you're not perfect. There can only be one. And sometimes you're not it. Right? We can relate this to the gym. Sometimes you want to hit PRs. Sometimes you want it to be the perfect workout. You want it to be the perfect day. But you know what? It's not going to be. But you know what is perfect? You showed up. You showed up to do something good for yourself, regardless of what it is. Sure, it might not have been fun, or it might not have been great, or it might not have been the best thing that you wanted, right? You wanted to fulfill this need, but you still went. You still did it. You still went out. And that's the most important part. We always say in the gym, it's like, oh, I want to do this. I want to start crank, right? I want to do this. Just show up. Just show up. Once you show up, you won. Regardless if the workout was tough, if the workout was weird, if the workout was easy, you still were there improving yourself in a way that you need to improve yourself. You know what would have been a loss? You not showing up. You making excuses not to go. You holding back another week. Those are the things that you're going to encounter in life. Especially when it comes to competition or yourself. You want to win all the time. You want the best all the time. You want a good time all the time. But sometimes it's not. I hate that thing called Sunshine and Rainbows, right? That's the old Rocky movie quote. But it's not. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. What did you learn from the cloud? What did you learn from the storm? What did you learn from the rain? What did you learn from the dark time? I think that's more important than winning. Winning is great. I don't learn shit from it. You know why? Because I'm just celebrating. I won. I'm the best. Look at me. Look at me. What did I learn? How did I become better? How did I become a better person? Even when I win, I lost in my head. I'm not a big celebrator. I'm not a big go me person. I'm a very self-deprecating asshole. I always see the wrong in everything. I can find the wrong in a lot. But I use those good moments and I look at what could I have done better. Good, I won. Where did I make a mistake? Good, I won. Where can I improve? When you get that mindset, when you get that going, you're going to go a lot further than you celebrating your wins all the time. Or you looking for the perfect moment. Or you looking for the perfect situation. Competition is important, right? But adding pressure to yourself to please other people, that's not important. Here's another example of pleasing people. So at work, right? This actually just happened Sunday. At work, I was pretty busy. And I'm by myself in charge of 3 bars across this entire floor of all the suites in the arena or the stadium. And from there, I have to manage the ice and all the stuff and all the bartenders' bullshit that they need. And no, I'm just kidding. They're very nice. So, but just in case they're listening, they're very helpful. They ask you for stuff. I got to get it. I go here. I run around like crazy, pretty much. I walk 12 miles every shift, right? And there's a moment it was very busy, and I didn't have any glasses. So up in the stadium, I use glasses, not cups or plastic cups or bottles. So I have to find glasses. I have to wash the glasses. I ran out of glasses, right? Because these people were drinking fucking margaritas like no one else's business. I don't know. So I ran out of glasses. So I'm looking for some. I'm trying to find dirty ones everywhere to put them in a case and then wash them myself. So I find all these glasses. I stock up 100 glasses. I'm going to wash them, frantically trying to get glasses back so people can have drinks, right? One manager that I don't really know, or we know of each other. He works up there, or she works up there. And he said something to me, and there's a situation where he forgot to do something. And he was like, I need this many glasses now. And Pete's head, right, my head, oh shit, I got to find those glasses on top of my glasses. I got to make sure I get those glasses too for him, right? I got to make sure I get those glasses for him. And then I get the other glasses for the bartenders. And I said, fuck you. I didn't say it to his head, right? I said, Did not look for his glasses. Did not find them. If I had them, I gave it to him. But I'm not going to shuffle around more to find more glasses for a person that I don't really work for. Right? Not even that I work for. They're not my top priority. I work for everybody, right? But they're not my top priority. My top priority there is my bartenders, right? My bartenders. That's my priority. So making sure I get their stuff done is more important than that. So I went to please them, and I started putting all this pressure. That's like, oh, he's going to hate me if I don't get this done. Oh, if I do this, he's going to like me. He's going to do this. That's what I was in my head. I said no. And that's big for me. For me to say no to someone that asks me to help them is pretty big. Right? Because I would have dropped everything, try to find as many glasses as I can, try to do all this stuff to please that person first. Right? Because I don't know him. I have to gain that trust. I have to gain that respect. And then my other people are now, they're drowning. Right now they're drowning. And that doesn't fucking work for me. It felt so good to just leave it. You know what happened? Nothing. I thought he was going to hate me. I thought he was going to say something to me. He probably fucking forgot because he was so frantic that he just talks. Did I find some glasses for him? Yeah, because they're at the bars that I use, right, that I was working at. So when I delivered the glasses that they needed, I saw some glasses, I took some, I brought it to him. I didn't find the amount he wanted. That was an enormous amount for nothing. Right? And for you to say now, Pete, doesn't work that way. Don't ever command me disrespectfully. Because I'll just leave. You know, I treat you with respect. You treat me with respect too. That's the deal. Sure, we joke. That's cool. Joking's cool. I'm cool with that. I treat you with respect. You say words like now, it's a command. You lost my respect. So that's kind of how it went over there. But it was cool for me because I didn't put any pressure. I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to please this person, and then I didn't do it. And it felt great to just do my job. And there's another moment again on Sunday where I'd say the center bar there's also like 30 suite servers, right? So they inside those special rooms that you guys see, maybe you go into them, I don't know, but they're very nice. And they have a server in there. So the servers will also get drinks. And the one bartender has to not only service the people around, but also the servers, right? So he's like a service bartender as well. So they'll go get the drinks from him. And I was there, I'm cleaning up, stocking ice. I'm busy too. And now these servers were also trying to ask me for drinks. And at first I was like, okay, but I didn't want to, it was one bartender. I don't want to get in his shit. Like, I don't want to get in his way for everything. And also I have to do my own work. Like, I gotta make sure you have stuff so you can work, right? If I don't do my job, they can't work because they have no supplies. But all these servers are asking for this stuff. And it got to a nice long line. And I felt bad for the bartender. But you know what I did? I left. I left the bar. Because I don't want any more I want to do my job first. Right? I'm going to do my shit first. Sure, I want to help you. I do. I want to help you. But I also have 2 other bars that need help. So let me take care of them. And everyone is at least afloat. And then I'll come back and I'll help you. And that's what I did. I finished my jobs at both things. My manager asked me for something else, so I had to do something else. Once it was done, I went back in, and I made drinks. Well, I was bartending for a little bit. I was doing my shit. So, it was good. But you know what happens when you put that pressure on? This is like the last keynote, is that you lose focus. You lose focus of why you were there. You lose focus of why you're doing things. You lose your focus of what's really important to you. Because you're too busy thinking about other people that are absolutely insignificant to you. Not saying that in a bad way, guys. Don't think that you're shitting on someone for being selfish. It's okay to be selfish. Right? They say, put your own mask on first, right? That's the whole thing. It's everywhere now, right? We learned this thing in like 2008. Put your own mask on first. Because then you can't help anybody. So if I was to do all these other things for other people first, what would I have been? The people that I actually work for and with would think that I don't do a good job. Right? They might think that I'm lazy or I disappear or I run away. No. I was just too busy doing other things for other people that are not the priority. But I didn't do that. Right? I learned that my job and people around me are the most important first. Then everyone else comes in second. That's my focus. You got to find your focus. Because we start doing everything for other people. I'm not saying, of course you can do things for your kids, right? You got to do everything for your kids, right? But we can also be very susceptible to doing too much for them and not anything for yourself. Guilty here. I try to be the best that I can. The best. I show nothing less than the best when it comes to parenting. Do I make mistakes? Yeah. Do I do everything right? No. But I'm doing my best as a parent to be there, to support, to help, to mold, to discipline. Whatever it is, I do my best. That's all I listen to. That's all I study, guys. I study jiu-jitsu, parenting, and relationships. I stopped learning about fucking diet. I know it. What else do you have to learn about diet? There's no more secrets, guys. There's no more secrets with dieting. It's fucking simple. It's simple. We overcomplicate it because we don't want to change. That's it. That's my answer. You overcomplicate it because you don't want to change. There's things in your life that you don't want to do to see some type of result that you want, and that's it. Whether it's eating more, getting more protein, working out more, working out less, you don't want to do it. So there's a reason, and we all know that. Dieting is fucking simple. It's simple. Find your equation, what works best for you, what foods work best for you. It's a lot of research. It's a lot of time. Do you want to do it? No. Dieting is fucking simple. You just don't want to do it, and that's it. There's no great way. There's no only way. There's 1,000 ways to find what it is you want. Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to be stronger? Do you want to be leaner? Do you want to be faster? I want to be faster. I want to do that. You want a lot of things, but you know what you don't want to do? Change your diet. Sorry, not sorry, and I'm never going to say that again. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, I did say it. But just saying, that's easy. See, I just lost focus. But losing focus, But losing focus is what we do when we put too much pressure on top of the pressure that it already is. Like competing and doing things, or if you Dom stepping on stage, it's already a lot of pressure. It's already a lot of discipline. It's already a lot of work. But to add other pressures on top of that, like what is other people going to think of me? What is Instagram going to think of me if I post up my loss? I don't know, man. I don't think it's that important. What did you learn from your shit? What did you learn from your experience? That's the most important. That's the most important. Take away the pressure to please people and start focusing on the reason you got into it, on the reason you wanted to change, on the reason you wanted to win, on the reason you want to learn. Focus on that. Focus on you. What things can you control? Because there's a lot we can't. And I feel like that's where we get lost too. Right? We try to do things that we cannot control. We try to control factors that you cannot. We cannot control them. But we spend so much time trying to control the things we can't control that we lose focus of the things that we can control. And that all starts in your mind. You're going to have 1,000 thoughts in your head. 1,000 million trillion per minute. You have to learn to let some of them go. You have to learn to let a lot of them go. Because they're just thoughts. They're just things that are going to pass by. Keep the thoughts that have meaning. Keep the thoughts that mean something to you. Keep the thoughts that are the most important, and you'll find your focus. All right? I'll see you guys later. Peace out, Cub Scout. What's today's date? Oh, it's my brother's. It's my son's birthday. 9/20/22. Happy birthday, Phoenix. And we'll see you guys on the next episode. This is Pete from the Jersey to Vegas podcast. Peace out, everybody.